Hello everyone, my name is David, but you can call me Rev. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. The last episode, the little bunny people are scheming. They were eavesdropping on my conversation with Urianger, who was basically confiding his entire heart and entire griefs and soul to me. And now, pretty much, we are just playing along with their games to see exactly what they have up to snuff, I guess. The archives are right through the store, but it seems locked. I guess we'll have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you only need to say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was a perfect paradise for the people of Theris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Living Way's game. Run us around in circles. Failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decreed the notion of using the moon as means to escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take the risk? There's no rooms for ifs and maybes now. The people of Theris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all are wildin'. Wow, they do not hurt. So unfortunately, because I have yet to do some job quests, I unfortunately cannot, what's it called? Use the new move that, I get for hitting 90. Wait, can I? Oh, whoops. I guess I just was not paying attention. Growing Way, please. I don't want to hurt you, buddy. All right, we beat up everybody. Let's go and meet up with the others at the entrance. I was hoping one small detail that I would have loved if it just so happened to be the case. Maybe I really should have just stayed on the upper level, by the way. Is if, for the loppies, that's what I'm gonna call them, the floppy loppies, is if like their dialogue changed, and if I was trying to, converse with any of them, that they would, be like, we can't let you leave or anything like that. Good, you're here. Let's hurry to Watcher's Palace to find Urianger. Are they gonna blink us? Yes, they are. Something doesn't feel right.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to
at least try.
Too late.
You guys can keep preparing, but we still have to try to stop it.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations.
Your name is Living Way, so you want to live, right?
Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loperids were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe.
But that's not what everybody wants. Everybody wants to live on Aetheris, right?
If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Pudding Way.
Pudding Way? You must love pudding!
Pudding Way? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words.
He likes
A
pudding.
judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee.
The ink.
Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
Very well.
Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort.
I would say so.
To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
I agree.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Oh, is that the flower? That flower. How came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. We will do well to remember its name. So the flower called Elpis.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Yeah, you sent bunnies out to kill me.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growing Way and the others.
Yeah, I kind of beat Growing Way a new one.
But of course! And when next we
Oopsie.
welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Oh?
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
So it all connects.
But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
I'm kind of happy that we're done with the moon, because I will say I think the Loporriti's kind of segment As helpful was it for Urianger's development, it did drag a little bit for me personally. Nonetheless, I enjoyed it. So I was relieved to see Living Way was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Through their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what needs to be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it does necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you and all our fellow scions. When I next return to Etheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. And now I can officially start working on flying on the moon. With the Laparatis in Urianger's capable hands, we needn't worry about our affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let's return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Alright. It's been a while since we've been on the surface of the earth. It's gonna be, a couple episodes. It's been, I don't even know how many episodes, and so much has already happened in this time span, if you guys think about it. It's been a while since we've already been here. God, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone's getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course. The heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what matters the final days will begin to manifest, and so we must see that everyone's prepared. Agreed, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in position of responsibility should need to be told that much, but it bears repeating. Anyways, first things first, to Camp Broken Glass. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. Oh, we've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who are already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we petitioned the aid of the allied nation. Some are understandably hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavored to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their temper. Will all the tempered be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun. Enough healers has volunteered to remain until the patient's recovered. Ulysses is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alize's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. I want to see Ulysses, but I understand. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what have happened, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For our mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as you experienced in Daphne. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are now receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled the Mother Porxie affords so many visitors. Yes, and we are grateful for our ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered have been completed. I agree with that. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here, so what of the moon and the Tlafroi? I killed Zodiark! and just jump-started the end of the world. The moon's a spaceship, actually, that Hylia made herself, operated by little bunny people. The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There's still much we don't know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Steed? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow Scions from their present duties, that they may return to Starlian. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow Scions, you'll be happy to hear that Mistress Kyle, who's still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Taro's care. Thank you. Look forward to seeing them upon our return. Let's be on our way then. To Sharlayan! Oh, one last thing if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiark, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood, he's returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe that there is merit in doing so. If they found him, they would likely not live to tell the tale. I suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast would be to send them to their deaths. Pray forget I entertained the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very tale has become the source of shame among his former subjects, and his continued use serves only to hinder relation with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared Xenos Vitae Galvis, outcast. Ben Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I'll not keep you any longer. I pray you safe passage back to Sharlayan. Alright, the Baldessian Annex we go. I'll be real though, guys. I think it's been incredibly weird that we're back here after so long. I remember, like, you guys have to remember that was like maybe 10, 20 parts ago. Well, it feels like that at this point. So it's crazy to be back here. Welcome back, Vinder. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Heidelin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate. I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all ashes and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh. For it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zod. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world, I was curious to know what else took place there on the moon. I'm not repeating exactly what I did last time. Perhaps you should wait for the others to join us before you give your accounts. Let's reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. And I think, honestly, that might actually be a good place to end things. Next time, we're going to be recounting our events here. Zodiac to the other Scions, Alphino and Isaac, and Gratia have all been tirelessly working. So they get a break, only to find out that the end of the world may soon be upon us. So, thank you guys all so very much for watching. And, as always, my description has all my socials and my Discord. And I will see you guys all in the next one.